So this is Dan Lights, but I don't like introducing myself too much like that. I don't like saying it sounds like a cliche to me. But let me go direct into what all of this is about. So this is about the cultural difference between the millennial and the Gen Z. Like, because right about now we know something is on us, and that is renaissance, a culture shaping, a culture shifting, a perspective changing, and then all of this. So I'm actually a Gen Z. Yeah. Not like I'm not a Gen Z. I'm a Gen Z, but I don't like claiming you guys generation. I'm higher than that. So this is going to be like perspective knowing, like hearing from Gen Z, and then comparing the contracts and everything that is there. So let's just get on into it. Very first question is, what is something that you think the adults on Mr. is?
I didn't forgive myself. So nice.
Okay, let's cut that. I'll cut that out. Act like as if all those on in our phone. Okay, so now please introduce yourself.
How will I introduce myself?
I am Chidima, and I have been thinking about going into hookup for the past 10 days. Anything you say like is you, just introduce.
Hi guys, the girl from Daniela. So I'm here with Dan Light today. So what are some moments?
Yeah, we don't like to go to.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You said that already now. There's no point.
Okay, yeah, it's very like because you stayed like as if you were expecting to hear something. So
that's there. Me, I'm done.
Okay. Okay, so now very first question. What is something that you think the adults misunderstand about your generation or our generation?
Is it like in terms of our music or what?
Everything in general. Like, what is one thing that you feel like we know that we are doing the correct thing, but they just don't understand it because they feel like these people are far gone, something like that.
We know we're doing the correct thing.
Yeah, but they misunderstand us. They think that particular thing is bad.
I will not say we know that we're doing the correct thing, no. But I feel like we're just going with the flow, sha. Like our music videos now, they don't like us. Like they don't like listening to music videos. Anytime I play music videos, they will just like to hear it, but they will not like to watch the videos because of the things that they display. And I feel like that is wrong. But the songs, the lyrics are the main thing, not just the display itself.
Okay, so you feel like they are misunderstanding our inability to separate things from themselves. Yeah. Because for us now, if we can separate the lyrics from the video, but probably they are feeling like we don't really know what we are doing.
Yeah.
Is that what you are saying? Okay. Okay, so now the next question. If you were to pick a song that you say is the Gen Z anthem, which song will you pick?
Is it like a song that has been existing since or just now?
Anyone could have been existing, it can be new, but you feel like it represents and it embodies everything that Gen Z stands for. What song would that be?
No song is coming to my head right now, but let me try to think. What song is coming to my head?
Okay, no song is coming to your head. Okay, what will you describe Gen Z generation as then? Because the song was meant to hint at what it is we stand for and all of that. So what will you describe this old generation as?
I'll say it's just a generation that tries to find their place in the society, because we are not just Gen Z, we have other generations that say things about us, mostly nasty things about us. But I'll just say we're just trying to find our place in the society.
Trying to find our place in society, and that's true. I personally feel like we are building a whole new different society.
Exactly.
Because we feel the former society is
gone.
And it cannot even accommodate us. It cannot accommodate the ideologies we brought, the technology we brought, the attitude, even the ethics that we are bringing. The former society is going to crumble. So I feel like we are building a whole new society.
That's why I feel like that's why they're against us. Because they feel like we're going to destroy what they feel.
exactly. I want to, innovation is always attacked. Like all through, innovation has always been attacked. I still remember there was a time when, not like I still remember because I was not really like alive in that generation, and even if I was, I've not yet have sense or know what it is I was doing. But when television TV was called Devon Box, TV was still looking like box then. Do you meet that TV or is it
Yes.
before you met it? And you are old though. So that's how TV, before TV become flat like this, it used to be just, it was called the Devon Box because they were like, like how can you see, you are seeing something else that is happening, even telephone safe then it was seen like diabolical. Like how am I standing here and I'm calling somebody that is at Lagos, something like that. So yeah, I feel like I agree with what you said, and that's a great one. So next question, you agree with me that this generation is a generation that is seeking authenticity? Like we don't want it to be that the reason we do things is because of parents or the elderly people said, okay, do this, or just like for them, they didn't really ask much question. If they say do this, they instantly go ahead to do this.
Yes.
It's really that will be like, mommy, why should I do that? So we want to be authentic, and most of the time in trying to seek out for authenticity, we are not usually like what we want to be authentic about or what we call ourselves is not the the definition of success here, like having money, being rich and all of that, is not in that line. But when we do those things, it makes us happy, and it's like what we've designed as our core. So let me make an example. For example, for someone that says they want to be a dancer and dancing is what they want to do like professionally with their life, for them they can be like, okay, in my core I am a dancer, that's what I am. But according to, I'm not saying there's no money in dancing, there is, but from what parents thinks and all of that, they feel like dancing is what to do, you what you want to do with your life. What happened to doctor, what happened to lawyer, and all of those. So for you, which is more important to you, being successful or being authentic?
I would say, like you said, being, if you want to be a dancer, go for it. Personally, my parents wanted me to be a lawyer. And from when I was little and they said you will be a lawyer, I took to it, and I grew up with that fact that I'll be a lawyer. And then accepting fact that yes, I want to be a lawyer. Started saying things that yes, when I be a lawyer, I'll do this, I'll do that. When I started thinking about it, when I got to the stage of picking a career, I was like, no, it's not me and you. So I decided to choose another course and go for what I want, because sorry to say this, they will still die and it's your life. So if you do that, let me be a lawyer to make my parents proud. When they die, you'll be regretting it. You'll be the one suffering from it.
True. That's just the truth. Like that, you said everything. Don't let me add to it. Don't let me add to it. I totally agree. So wow, this is the last question. Okay, so what do you think adults should learn from Gen Z?
Okay, let me say this question. Something came to my head, which is, I had a teacher in secondary school that would always say, if you do something and I know it's wrong, I will not correct you. If you're going to the edge of a 3-story building, I will not tell you to stop. Go, fall, and learn from it.
That's crazy.
So I feel like
At
they're
the
meant
same
to
time, it
like,
sounds like something I would say.
I feel like parents are meant to like go and explore. I'm here to guide you, not to block you. If they are blocking you, there are some things that you will never know that you're good at unless you tried it, and they will stop you from trying it and be like, it's not good, the society will not accept that, blah blah blah. You will be put into danger, things like that.
Yeah, true. We are a very, very crazy generation. We try everything and anything. Just try it. And yeah, that's true. There's more experience and then more lived experience, not experience of what they've told you, but the one that you interacted with and seen. Yeah, that's true. That's good. That's good. So right about now, it looks like as if the conversation is over. But I don't want it to be over. So you have any random thing to say at all about any random topic or anything at all? No is not an answer.
I want say you should pick a topic, then I'll talk about it, because thinking about the topic now, it's not going to work for me.
Okay, like what do you think? Removing religious inclinations, like from a religious perspective, or from perspective of religion, and also removing it from a perspective of things that we are believed to be normal before. What is, if you are to speak for the old gens, normally everybody could now have one voice, but if everybody were to somehow, or for you see for the larger majority of what you think most Gen Z will agree with, what do you think the LGBTQ community is right or wrong?
So I think you've asked me this question before without the camera, and I told you I see them as human beings. That's their life. So I'm not against them. I have friends that they are their own specialty is something else, but not like I'm going to like since you're this, I'm not going to be your friend. No, you're human beings the same way I am. Tomorrow I can wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm less, so I'm not marrying again. I want to be a lesbian. So nobody's going to go and beat me except my parents. So I don't have anything against them. I just feel like they are still developing themselves. Tomorrow they can as well wake up and say, I'm straight. I'm not doing anything again. So just them as human beings.
Okay, that's a great perspective. So another question is, there are a lot of things that the adults do. This is a conversation that is intended to push cultural edges and then all of that. So you have to speak for this generation once again. What will you say about things like tattoos, dreads, guys splitting their hair, and all of those?
So funny enough, I'm not against things like this, like tattoos, but I'm going to say that if you're going to present yourself to the old generation or people that have the old generation mentality, you need to dress well. The saying that says dress the way you want to be addressed is not in this our generation, because you can see someone with dreads and the person is way beyond your expectations, and the way the person is dressed, if you address them like that, you lose such good person. In terms of maybe you go for an interview and you lock your hair and they're like, we will not accept you, this is not our dress code, and the person is someone that if you employ in your company, the place is going to like increase in terms of productivity. So like I watched something on TV recently and they were like, all these blind date shows. So they went on a date and like, you have tattoos, okay, I'm going to cover it up when we go to meet my parents. And until I give that to my third child before they will know you have a tattoo. I was like, Jesus. I was like, God. And I feel like if my husband to be has tattoo, I think that's what I'm going to do, because my parents will will like cover it up. Maybe after our third child, they will know, because oh Jesus, they will not even think. If you try to explain, they'll be like, cool, from where to where? They'll just say no, and that is the end. You can't even try to convince them again. But I don't have anything against tattoos, dreadlocks. I feel like it's something that is nice, especially if it fits you.
I feel like all of this is deeply rooted in our definition, or no, their definition of what is seen as right or what is seen as wrong. Because the other time you were saying something, I said if you're going to speak to the other generation, you should dress well, like dress well in quotes. In other words, dress well is the definition of corporate. Yeah, yes. And that's just what they see as dressing well. Every other thing is just what they see as wrong, like totally wrong.
Exactly. You can just want not have anything inside your brain, and they will literally employ you because the way you dress.
True. I had one pastor that now this was I'm talking about, this was in 2021, when he said as a young person, if you are not keeping an IS time, I will suspect you. That was what he said. He said if you're like bored or something, he said is that for him, obviously it feels like you are trying to pretend. You're trying to pretend that you're trying to cover up something, so you are into cultism, but because of you don't want them to spot you and be like, hey, you this guy, you look like a cultist, so you just keep the air or something like that is going to suspect you. And I think I kind of agree with that, although there are some people that naturally just like it. Even now, if I'm contemplating cutting on my hair and just going bad, but there's no beard. But if I do that, I'm definitely piercing my hair.
Very good.
To balance it.
And your parents, your mom will not disown you.
Yes, you want to throw it into.
Okay. You know, my dad will take you back to the place that you did it. I tell them
And
to
do,
undo it.
how would that possible?
You see this hair that is long. I remember I had to cover it with my hair bonnet for like 2 days straight before he saw it. Anything that passes your shoulder is a problem in my house. Doesn't like long hair. It's like if you're doing long hair now, when you get married, when you get older, what will you do? If you're using iPhone now, when you get married, when you get older, what will you do? And I don't
That is
accept
going
it
to be involved.
everything. But the only thing I accept is that imagine someone in just using iPhone 12. Please, what are you doing with your life again? Because as you grow older, you want to get the latest iPhones because you already use iPhone 12 in just.
I personally feel like there's nothing wrong about that.
I
You know,
still
this I feel like this is a conversation. This is a conversation that is had in the average society. In the very very rich places, you don't see them talking about whether
yes, but
Kenya has
still,
something
but
as
even though I have all the money in the world, I won't want them to be so exposed that they'll feel like, what am I going to work for at the end? I've used this already. So that's my own. When you said, I actually sat down and thought about it because I saw someone in like gesture and she's like iPhone 12. I was like, really? So what are you going to use when you're in SS3? Meaning you're going to keep upgrading of
the funny thing is
okay.
life we always upgrade. That iPhone 12 at some point will look like something like
Exactly.
nothing else. So well me I probably still don't like my kids at maybe 10 years old. They will use the latest iPhone. 10 years old is too
It's
fast.
not nice now.
Maybe 5 6.
No, what are they going to use it for? Play games.
Yeah, it is.
Nokia can play games.
Give it to just
No,
do
you can make
everything.
phone calls with Nokia.
No, for me personally, I think it's like a thing of pride or like a thing of class or like a thing of self-esteem. You know, something like no child of that like to use something that is considered low. But at the same time, I'll let them know that their worth is not in those things that they are using.
You let them know. Why don't you show them that letting them know?
I will show
Them
them.
Nokia, let them manage it. When they get their own money. No, I feel like that's just like motivation. If you get a child Nokia, his mates are using iPhone. Because the child will work hard to get no iPhone. You don't need to use daddy's money to get your iPhone.
That in some sense. So for some of those kids that they don't have brain yet, they might have low self-esteem and start feeling like they are left out or something like that. But yeah, I get your point. You know, trying to curb all of those things like that. And it actually has two ways and two sides to the coin of what it is you said. Because for some people that they use those little things, then constantly they are wishing for the higher things.
Work
So
hard for it.
yes, they want to work hard for it or they want to do anything possible to want to get it. So they go into all sort of vices. They maybe start selling drugs or
That's what
they
your
start doing
parents told me
yahoo,
now.
start doing all of those. You know this generation. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any Gen Z that their parents know everything about them. I don't.
It's because that if you know let's say a Gen Z mom gives birth early, you still know how to cover your own child because you know the things you did that your parents didn't find out.
The next generation will definitely be more crazier than us.
That's another
One thing that will disappear is ethics. Because they'll be like, what do you mean?
that's the
What do you mean we can't smoke? Who's stopping us?
they'll be like it's not
What
good.
do
Maybe
you
you
mean I
go say
can't have
fine. So when we
another
get
pass
there,
account?
don't worry, we'll run it.
What do you mean I can't have another pass account? Who's stopping me? It's who I am. Yeah, because even right now, so one of the decadence that I see and is obvious is the fact that we want to express ourselves more than we examine ourselves. So everything that comes to a man's mind, a typical Gen Z mind, they want to express it. So they feel like, oh, if I wear this dress and then I open my body, it's going to look good this way. Straight up, they don't even examine the thought that okay, is it a good idea? They go ahead to express it. They have something that they want to say. That's why I see some videos on TikTok and I'm like, what? I saw one video on TikTok. Was it Uncle?
Uncle CRK. Uncle, you used to tell us not to lie.
Yes.
And you asked me to tell my mommy that I have paper today and I don't have any paper. Uncle, is this our exam? Oh, Uncle, we are in hotel. But anyway, I love that thing. I love you. My orange. Uncle, you even lick my plate. Uncle, thank you. I love you so much. Uncle, do you remember our slogan? All I have. All I have. Uncle, you are going to hello.
I was like, did she think before she posted this thing?
Jesus.
It's not like now if it was something else, like maybe she was being molested or she was being raped and it's not consensual, and she wants to like expose the uncle or something like that, oh yeah, that's 100% right.
Exactly.
But come on, it's something that you guys have agreed to, and then you just carry let the whole world know that your teacher is
The way you
screwing you.
said no, the way you said they both agreed to it. The way she said it, like maybe it was by corner ways that she got into the
So
hotel.
when she went ahead to say, but uncle, I like the
Like,
movie.
exactly, why did she have to? The man who have like collected the phone, cut the video, or just deleted it.
No,
Because
you see some men, when it comes to this fact that they are seeing the cherry at the end of the conversation, they will sing for anything. Oh my God, that sucks.
thank God someone of that gender knows that. God, this boy.
I know you're just smiling. That you know that kind of sheepish nonsense smile. And we had the video in the edit. That's is like, and I was like, come on, we really need to start examining ourselves more than we express ourselves. It's something that is educated. It's like, yes, everybody has that nonsense in the mind. I saw on that video again. So do you understand Yoruba? Oh no, you don't understand Yoruba. But translated to English, what the lady was saying is, guys, the guy that has been doing me for these past days is not even resting at all. Like these past days have been having it back to back. So I was like, what's about?
Exactly, like. And funny enough, if you check on that video, you see other people using that same sound to make their own. And I'll be like, why? The other sounds you can use, why you using?
And the funny thing is, and the thing is, now we think virality is value. So when things that we do go viral, whether it's right or wrong, it's almost like as if that is a stamp of, oh, you've done the correct thing for us. And for every nonsense thought it is that you have inside your head, there are people that relate with it. There are always people that relate with it. And so, as they have said that they are nonsense, another person that is having that same mind, that same thoughts in their mind, you'll be like, oh, I'm not the only one. You can go under the comment section, you see like 250 other people too that agree with you. They will just go ahead to do whatever it is that they think is right. That's like totally long. And now is the people that always, some people, you see some people, if they are sad, their whole contact list must be sad with them. Their whole contact list must be sad with them. There's this particular person I know, all that this girl ever does is post sad quotes. They will leave you, they will shake me call. The only way you can know the right people is to try them, like test them. Don't they sometimes just go for 3 days. And I was like, check the first status, the second one, the third one, fourth one, fifth one. They are sad, most people be sad with you. I just get it. We need to do a whole lot of self-examining. I'm not saying that people cannot post about their desires or talk about their day-to-day life and all. No, but there are things that should be for you and for you alone.
I feel like some people, that's just their way of looking for help, seeking help. Because I have a cousin that I think him and his parents, they got separated, and they were like, they'll come back together, and this is not the first time such is happening. So he normally posts all these sad quotes. So I'm like, what happened? Why are you talking like this? You know, like, I should leave down. And I'm very close to my dad. So I told my dad, Daddy, this. Why is this guy doing like this now? And I say, maybe because his parents separated. I was like, it's not good now. But anyway, my daddy called the guy's dad, and he talked about it with the guy's dad. After I knew it, the guy's dad called the guy and talked about it, and they settled. And since then, the guy was better. So I read something. I was like, what did I do good for you this year? He now replied, you helped me get out of depression. I was like,
wow, that's another way to look at it. So. Yeah.
So if he did not say that, if I was not concerned, none of that would have just ended.
Yeah, the human mind, like, normally and generally wants to. Yeah, that's true. Wants to relate and then wants to find other people to relate to them.
At the same time, some people are just doing it for fun. I have a friend that just posts names for fun. She'll be like, I don't date to this, that. The girl has a baby, serious relationship, and they'll be telling you to the world, don't date to men are blood-sucking vampires, different things, but then they have...
Like that's one thing. This generation, they somehow feel like they are different from their posts. You see people post out here like, don't judge me by my post though. Like, come on, if the thing you know this with you,
Why are
you
you
know those.
posting it?
So what do you think about that? The way people feel like what they do, what they see, the way they dress and all of those stuff is a different personality for them. They'll tell you, is it my dressing, is it my this? No, don't look at it. That's not me. Like, how? So what do you think
Sorry,
about
come
that?
again, first.
What do you feel about the way this generation feel like they are different from the way they act, or they are different from the things they say? You see somebody that probably sings about smoking, sings about prostitution, sing about all of those stuffs, and you ask them, they'll be like, no, that's not me. Don't judge me by my posts, don't judge me by my songs, don't judge me by the things I say, don't judge me by the things I do. And I'm like, how? So for you, what do you think about that? Do you think it's possible for somebody to be posting things and then it is not what they agree with, or
Okay,
it
so
is
you
not
can do
who
it.
they think they are?
So you can do it for fame. Some people can just do it because that's what they like. Some
Yeah.
people can't differentiate their social life from their normal life. I feel like me personally, I normally balance the two. What I post is who I am. I don't like posting things that's not me. I can post if I can post something in me, I'll know that that is me. But if I'm joking, you will know that I'm joking because there's a way I'll post it. But some people will just post it and be like, maybe how would I give an example now? Okay, maybe they post something and they'll be like, they will want you to know that yes, they are serious about what they posted, but deep down they know that that's not me. I'm just doing it for social media. Like I said, let me just do it to get fame.
Exactly. Especially if one thing is, if you don't understand sarcasm in this generation, like, you are gone.
Exactly.
You are totally.
Exactly. Like there's instances that
Especially
they'll say something and me, I'll not be catching up so fast. They'll be like, are you serious? I'm like, oh, sorry, me, I don't know.
this generation is. But I feel like as good as we are also like bad too. But yeah, good and bad is what makes an human, and is what makes them who they are. But also, all of this, like, what do you think? Which generation do you think, as regarding the gospel now? Which generation do you think? I mean, which generation? Like, which of our qualities do you think that people most likely see as bad, and the way we have made ourselves into, this changing of society and all of this that we have? What do you think about it can be very, very beneficial to the gospel?
Well, I'll say, the generation before us, the way they do their own gospel things, the way they do their own songs, their gospel songs, is that they know that if you want to sing a gospel song, the person dancing, the person singing needs to dress well, like soak themselves in big clothes. So people will pay attention and be like, it's true, it's true. These people are serious. But this generation, they don't care. You can wear a short gown and go for a conference and they'll be like, it's God. You can wear a short gown and go to church. And be like, you cannot stop me. It's God I'm going to worship. God that knows my heart. It's not appropriate because it's going to be a distraction. That's why they are stopping you. So if you wear a short down church down, so a guy that comes to also worship the same God you claim to worship, I'll be like, this gown is fine, and they'll forget the main reason why they came to church. So I feel like our generation should just try to curb that habit. Especially our songs. That's why the generation before us don't really take our songs seriously. Because of the way we dress in the music videos, the way we use beats for gospel song again. They'll be like, why? That their generation, they don't do it like that. They know that once you hear a beat, you know it's for a gospel song. But this song, you can be hearing a beat, and before you know it, you change to a gospel song. I'm like, so this is a gospel song. And TikTok is very funny. They can take a song that is a gospel song and turn it into hip hop on TikTok, and you will not know until you hear the main song.
Oh, well, if you ask me, I'll say all of this is still, and I feel like this is why culture shaping has like come to happen. This stuff I said now, that we just want to, we are going to this generation. You can see a girl that is obviously wearing what most people will call a bad dressing. Not, I don't see each and every one of it as bad dressing personally, on a personal level. And then when she gets to church and somebody gets distracted or something like that, I once saw a video on Instagram where a girl was smoking and she was like, get ready with me to go to church, guys. It's time to go to church. God accepts everybody and all. And in as much as that sounds like decaying, it's also kind of like beautiful to see that people are not running away from church because of they are not perfect. That regardless of that, they are going towards the throne of grace. Just like him. Is it James? Yeah, I think is that James or John? I can't really remember where it is. That way he said, continually come towards the throne of grace, that we might receive grace and mercy. So yeah, I feel like in as much as that can be a little decaying, in the former generation, once you see somebody that deviates from the status quo, instantly one of the first place they leave is church. Because it's not even that they feel like they will not be accepted, they know they will not be accepted. And that has caused more harm than good. For the person now that is smoking and saying get ready with me to go to church, she goes to church and then she listens to the word. It might not really do something to her today. Continue listening, continue coming, continue listening. Before you know what's happening, she changes something in her. For that person that goes with bomb shot, and for the person, see, most of these things, I feel like it's also for the fact that the guy gets distracted. It is a testament or something to the fact that in his mind he has sexualized women. If you go into the bank now, especially at the counter, you see them put money all over the stuff. Do you like money? You do love money, but it is not normal to take it, and you don't dare take it, because at that point your brain is telling you that okay, there are things that are around and this is something you should not do. So your mind is very, very much conscious of it, that this is something that if you do, there will be consequences to it. But for most men now, they sexualize women so much in their head and even in their mind. Even if you listen to the songs this generation release and all of those, once in a show, women are totally and obviously sexualized already. So they felt like, yeah, there's a safe space for them to do all of those and all of those things. That's why you even see somebody that we're having a discussion in school a while ago, about 2 months ago, and then it's somehow because our own discussions are always somehow. We can be talking about a movie now, then we enter into school, then we enter into spirituality, then we come back into societal stuff and all of this. So somehow we entered rape. 3 girls were there. Yes, 3 girls were there, and I was there with another guy and a third guy too. And so we were talking about rape, and then I was like, all of this rape stuff is getting rampant and it really needs to stop. And the other guy was like, what, some of the girls that they are raping said they should be raping them, you know, see the way they are dressing. And I was like, I almost said his name just now, and I was like, what are you saying? Like, you are justifying, like right now you just justified rape, that okay, because of that the way she dressed, then she deserves to be raped. It's just a testament to the fact that you sexualize women. That's just that guy sexualized women. That's just a testament to what it is. Because you go abroad now during the winter, during winter you cannot even say you want to wear evening clothes. They not burn you except you know your blood to freeze or something like that. But during summer, you see the way they dress freely. And that one is totally because of they want to be comfortable. Most women in this generation that dress the way they dress is simply out of wanting to be comfortable. Even this braless stuff that is going on right now is simply because of they want to be comfortable. Not simply because of they actually care about one guy or something. And that's one thing that guys too are somehow about. Was it not a few days ago I was saying it was on TikTok, so I've been on TikTok now, I've seen a whole lot of crazy things. So the girl she was having a derma piercing, that is, she was piercing her back. Which was anything you want to do with your life, as long as you're free about it and it's not harming that person, it's also not harming you yourself, you can go ahead. That's my own personal opinion. And then I checked the comment section, and all the guys were like, because of us, like this gender is constantly trying to satisfy us, constantly trying to pump our ego, or constantly trying to make sure that they conform to us, or they are doing a whole lot of stuff. And I was like, I feel like guys overestimate themselves in something.
Exactly. She was just doing it for her.
She was doing it for her own self. She wanted to be comfortable. So yeah, that is my own stuff on it. I feel like, yes, in as much as it's decaying, this generation is also moving more to God without running away. Yeah, just like you said about the songs too. The songs, the beats, and all of those. First of all, I feel like there is nothing like a Christian beat. Any beat is a beat. The lyrics is what matters, like in the end. and whether it sounds like, because when you say okay, this particular song sounds like this, if we now make all the songs and all our songs are like they are like purify my heart, when it's time for wedding, what are we going to play in the wedding?
You can
When
play
it's
such
time
songs
for
now, it's not bad. And
exactly,
you
so
slow dance to them. You don't need to
but
stress yourself.
what of the time you just want to buy?
You know
So now I
when
feel like
that's
this generation
divine.
has made, you see, we don't run like there's no way you will run to, or nothing you will run to in this generation particularly, that you will not find Jesus in it. So if you say, oh yeah, you don't like listening to all these slow songs, there is fast song, or that there's fast song that you listen to about Jesus and you listen, you say yeah, I don't like it now, I'm not, you see, content creating now, I just want to do it, I don't, the word content creation, the word, if you have to do content creation, you have to be a singer, you have to be a this, you say come here, or that there is the Jesus type of content creation now. You say
Yeah.
if you go into, if you are a musician, if you go into the music industry, you will see in last in the end, or if you are a media person, you see and say, oh God, there's Jesus in the media space now. You just like spread Jesus all over everything.
Exactly.
So that's another thing, that even though we are decaying, but we are changing the narratives. Earlier today I was seeing a video that, and the video really actually like warmed up my heart. This guy, he has piercings, he pierces there, and he also pierced his nose, he has nose ring, and his hair is dyed gold. And he checked his page, it's all about Jesus, and it is in-depthly about Jesus, especially for, talking about things like people that the world have, the world have, society have just displaced, but yeah, you can see come Jesus still wants you and all of that, and it's inspiring a whole lot of people,
So,
so yeah, I think it's helping, although it's also not helping, but that's just the thing with, the whole of all these
how is it
stuff.
not helping?
At some point it's not helping because people now feel like, oh, they can just do anything, and
And still
they
be
don't had
accepted.
a balanced state and still be accepted. So you be like, oh, we are saved, that we are saved forever. We are now, I've been trying to look for money since all this, I did not see money, let's do some hookup, or let's bomb, let's do all of those stuff, and they just do a whole lot of things. You see people that, they just do, and at this point it's not because of, yeah, they are growing and they are trying to figure it out like somebody that the world will still affect, but this one they feel like, oh, the world abi, we have know that we are not going to go to hell, so as at that point just do anything
Anything.
anyhow. So yeah, in as much as it is helping, it is bringing more people to God, that stuff too is also promoting the graciousness, and people are just doing anything and everything anyhow. But yeah, that's just the word. There will be people that will go astray, there will be people that will not see the full truth, or that will ignore the full truth, and there are people that the truth, they will carry it and extend it. So the word will always be like that. I don't think balance will ever happen, and I think in balance not happening, there is balance. Because somehow, in people not agreeing, in people not um yeah, what's the word, yeah, in people not agreeing, in everybody not following the same thing, in everybody not saying that yeah, everybody here is doing the same thing, and that way we are balanced here. The word is balanced, so because that way there are two sides to the coin.
Yes.
So there's somebody that knows this more, and there's somebody that knows this other part more. So yeah, I think that's something about it too. Just like that. But I say word, don't finish. Well, if you connect something, this should do a 15 minutes video.